Maybe I could use that. You know, that's an interesting idea. It actually sounds good, doesn't it? Beloved of God, all peace, it means. And the name Peace Fred is related to Freur, whose holy day it is. Hail Freur. Hail Freur. Hail the Vanir. Hail the turning of the year. Hail the Lord of the woods and the fields. Dance. Bang the timbrels. Tell the tales. Bang the drums. The world is a spin. This is the close of my Yule vlogs. My Yule vlogs. Nice term, Yule vlogs. Of 2018. The Auguries for the Day of the Hummingbirds. Which is what it was. The Day of the Hummingbirds and the horses in the sky. I want to say Merry Christmas, but I guess I can. I'd save that for Christmas Eve. We're in the season now. Happy Saturday. Good Yule. Let the world spin. Let's throw the dice. France, arise. France, arise. Lead the world into a new era. I would hate to see that get quashed. What we're seeing in France is like Tiananmen was in Beijing. And Macron is thinking about doing exactly the same thing, but I don't think it will work because the army, and especially if the Foreign Legion comes home, they won't stand for it. It's already really unpopular, but it looks like what I saw in the video earlier, this guy that was talking to the PRS was going, look, you guys, they looked like they were wavering, you know, they didn't look, they were listening to what the guy had to say, they weren't coming at him, and they were shifting. Yeah, you know. And what surprised me with the CRS is how many women there are in the CS. Because all this stuff about women being more nurturing, and don't tell me it's all men beating on people. No. There's a lot of little critters in there too, and there's a lot of females in the CRS, man. There's a lot of bullies and nasty people, you know, that have been somehow trained to be amoral now. You know, this could be like, I'll close by saying this could be like what happened with the Ottomans when the Janissaries had become a radical arch-Islamic element. They were always opposed, like the Sultanas, they were always opposed to commercial and technological progress because of their devout Islam. Because they were all heavy converts. The Janissaries, you take it from when you're raised as a convert, you know, from childhood. So the worst religions are converts. After I know this, I could get into it about politics too, right? The whole stories about that. But the French are in this situation where they're reaching the point where they need to govern their own life, and the rich have done too much, and they're doing now something that could revolutionize the world. And it's hard from here to do anything to contribute to it, other than to try and let people know how important it is. I lost a thread there, didn't I? Yeah, see, I was thinking there's two tangents at once. About Frey of the Holy Days. And Saturnalia, you know, this is that time of year when you're suspended between worlds and the world can change. And what's happening geopolitically, the auguries are all kind of fitting with it. The China-Canada thing is a chessboard play here in Vancouver. It's basically ended the Canada-China relationship. And the referendum here is basically open to the door to see young people mobilizing to say, well, we're going to vote now. We're going to really hardcore vote. So there still could be a backlash here. There won't be a thing like the France. Nobody has the guts here to do that. The Indians do. The French kids in Quebec do. You know, Canadians like to sit on their ass and watch TV though, like I do. You know, I wish I could be there on the streets and run, and you know, but why am I there? I'm just a spectator, just participant. No, I kind of want to be there like Hemingway. Hemingway was there during the Spanish Civil War. You know, partly somebody with the movement, but also somebody documenting it. I know there's a couple of people already doing that because the outside world needs to know what's going on in France. So this is my reason for, again, adding a Patreon comment at the end. Please help me, you know, give me some advice or help me get a Patreon started. I'm always busy with 6 things at once, you know. But I know I'm needed in the rest of the world far from here. And yeah, some of the things I have to say about Canada are best told from outside of Canada. I won't get into that discussion here. But, and I'm meaning politics. I'm not meaning personal stuff, politics. It's a big wide world. There's lots changing. The world is changing. You know, we're seeing a new age open. And hopefully it's something that happens that's a peaceable one, but the world is going to backlash on France. Just like they'd backlash on us if we got really liberated here in British Columbia. We're too close to the U.S. for our own good. And like I say about the earth here, it's mightier than any of this. It doesn't matter what any of us do. It doesn't matter who the next president is, what's going on with Russia, who gets away with what. It really doesn't matter. You know, time is very limited, people. We have time to prepare. And I mean, to dome the cities, to think of solutions to what's coming, because it is coming. And even though I don't tell you it's coming, it is coming. Okay? It's so hard to see. It's so hard to see all this and not have people take you seriously. I think you're crazy. It's just all science. It's all science. Everything I see, you know. I don't want to be an alarmist. I don't. I want people to live well and be happy and enjoy the life you have, because we weren't made to live forever. Mankind was not made to live forever. We have this vanity about our history that somehow we should develop and take over the stars. Do you think the stars want to let us onto another planet after doing what we've done to this world? No, we're simians that learned insect behavior and built termite castles and began consuming all the resources on the planet. It's that simple. And it will be the insects that eat us, or I think maybe the jellyfish. And the octopi are doing interesting things. They're teaching each other and stuff now. They've never done that before. They're raising their young. Right. There's lots of interesting things going on in the animal world. We are not necessarily the dominant species here. We are a fleeting moment. We killed off the whales. Most of the orcas, most of the dolphins. We killed them all off. I don't know in how many millions. Oh, brilliant, wise beings, you know. And who knows what an elephant thinks, you know. Like an elephant, how many elephants have died for ivory and footstools? A war, you know, they were war elephants. But, you know, they're wise and sacred beings, all, especially the larger animals. They're all horses. They're wise and sacred beings. I mean, a good dog is like no other being to a human in the world. We evolved together, apparently, humans and dogs. And cattle. The cattle evolved with us, you know, certain groups of us. Yeah, it's a fascinating history, and we're just beginning to find out the history of the world that is now ending. So I'm fine with it. It's fascinating. I'm going to continue doing these vlogs. I need to eat the rest of my porridge and end this one now, which is already at 20 minutes. I'm going to have to edit it. So the Unprofessor in his room on Fraser Street in Maple Ridge, and knowing that he has to hit the road and wanting to get the wings to fly again, and knowing he has things to say and things to do and things to see and things to create, songs to sing. I sang some songs and then I'm going to load the video in a few minutes. Anyways, good night. Happy Yule. Yule.